お、来たね。
準備はいつでもバッチリです。私の力が必要なのです。なるほど、こういった戦術があるのか。それじゃあ行こうか。拙者にお任せを。暴力には暴力か。最悪の組み合わせだ。遅い。これが代償だよ。採用。ありがとう。せい。これで遅い。せい。反省の時間だよ。そこ。もう終わりにしよう。はあ。こちらはいつも烈風これで隙だらけね。感謝し、火を持って火を救う。私にしかできない状況ね。それじゃ後片付けしよっか。暴力には暴力か。最悪の組み合わせだ。花のように感謝し感謝。終わりだ。じゃあね。はあ、遅い。食らいなさい。そこ。せい。もう終わりにしよう。こちらだ。食らえ。落ち着いてまいりましょう。ありがとう。感謝し、火を持って火を救う。私にしかできない状況ね。遅い。灰は灰に。お姉さんが負けるわけないでしょ。にお任せ。花のように感謝し感謝。じゃあね。それこれありがとう。せい。隙だらけね。遅い。はあ。もう終わりにしよう。こちらだ。いつでも採用。まだまだ。これでいた。遅い。 話し合いは無意味か。それじゃ後片付けしよっか。
準備はいつでもバッチリです。
事なら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
心配いらないよ。私に任せて。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。敵は邪魔をしないで。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。この調子で行こう。来たよ。油断せず行こう。ここそれ。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。いや、この調子で行こう。来たよ。油断せず行こう。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。敵は邪魔をしないで。来たよ。油断せず行こう。やあ。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。敵は邪魔をしないで。ここ心配いらないよ。私に任せて。やっやっ邪魔をしないで。やっ今は永遠に刻む。この調子で行こう。はっ。今こそ私の力を。邪魔をしないで。やっはっやっ。お願い、私の呼びかけに応えて。全てを守るって決めたから。 くなりすぎちゃダメだよね。ちょっと落ち着いたらまた頑張ろう。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。この調子でいこう。来たよ、油断せずいこう。ここ邪魔をしないで。心配いらないよ、私に任せて。いや敵や邪魔をしないで。それ誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。敵や邪魔をしないで。ここ来たよ、油断せずいこう。いやいや誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。敵や邪魔をしないで。行くよ。来たよ、油断せずいこう。今を永遠に刻む。心配いらないよ、私に任せて。いや敵や邪魔をしないで。来たよ、油断せずいこう。心配いらないよ、私に任せて。この調子でいこう。邪魔をしないで。来たよ、油断せずいこ誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。ここ敵や邪魔をしないで。来たよ、油断せずいこう。ここ 果たすために私は戦うよ。やっやっやっ邪魔をしないで。今は永遠に刻む。撃破。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。撃破。来たわ。油断せず行こう。邪魔をしないで。お願い、私の呼びかけに応えて。やー心配いらないよ。私に任せて。ここ、この調子で行こう。邪魔をしないで。お願い、私の呼びかけに応えて。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。撃破。邪魔をしないで。来たよ。油断せず行こう。ここ。はっ。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。この調子で行こう。来たよ。油断せず行こう。ふっ。はっ。邪魔をしないで。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。この調子で行こう。邪魔をしないで。やっ。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。はっ。この調子で行こう。邪魔をしないで。ここ行くよ。
一個もないな。
ここ。
逃すわけないだろ。
お願い、私の呼びかけに応えて。邪魔をしないで。
まだだ。
誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。この調子でいこう。邪魔をしないで。はっ。いやー。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。ふっ、敵や邪魔をしないで。
No, this is Aether Gazer. Very similar to PGR.
いや、
PGR is kind of dead right now. Because the patch is like in 2 days. I'm only on that game for like a couple minutes a day. When the new patch starts, I'll be playing it again, but right now there's nothing to really do in that game. All the events have ended. I finished the battle pass.
私は戦うよ。
Playing this a lot. I came back to this game.
邪魔をしないで。行くよ。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。はっ。いや、邪魔をしないで。ここ。いやお願い、私の呼びかけに今を永遠に刻む。この剣で今を切り開く。邪魔をしないで。この調子でいこう。
俺が
準備はいつでもバッチリです。
あ？なんだ？
様のお望み。
あたいたちの中だ。
やっと一緒に戦う。悲劇は繰り返させません。はっ、儚く遅いです。感謝いたします。はっ、砕きます。受けなさい。儚く散れ。懺悔なさい。はっ、今は力を合わせます。
仕方ねえな。やってやれ。
儚く散れ。砕きます。遅いです。はっ、儚く散れ。砕きます。儚く散れ。感謝いたします。はっ、静寂とともに受けなさい。はっ、成功しても遅いです。砕きます。はっ、
そうね。
儚く散れ。感謝いたします。受けなさい。やりもう言葉はいりませんね。この勝利を糧に私たちは本懐を遂げます。
何でも言って。
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, I was recording a speed run. I was recording a speed run. It was a sub 12-minute run. Should have got the stuff from the chest there. I wasn't thinking, but sub 12-minute run. This game is really fun to speed run. Sub 12, yeah, I could go a lot quicker, but I'm trying to unlock stuff, so I've actually kind of screwed myself over recording that because now I don't have any of these. Maybe I'll lower the difficulty next time. Go on and do 2 minutes of PGR because it's the end of the week and the end of the patch, so there's nothing to do right now. How you guys doing tonight? I'm glad to be back after the involuntary hiatus from Twitch. Not the Twitch, but the YouTube Ninja server was all messed up. Couldn't stream for like a week. Channel banned, not doing anything. I don't know what the heck that was about, but it's working fine now. Picked a good time to do it, to be honest. Nothing going on right now. Dead month. Was the last Solicide got pushed back. Well, there's Doom this month, and then Elden Ring Night Rain, but I'm not interested in it, so no big games this month. indie games and gotchas.
拳で正々堂々勝負だ。行け集え暁の光。
Next month actually looks pretty barren too, to be honest. This channel's gonna be on life support
正々堂々勝負だ。
most of the summer, and then at the end of the summer,
あんまり調子こくなよ。
it's non-stop
集
games coming out every
え
month
暁の光。
that I'll be playing. But yeah, most of the late spring, early summer, there's nothing going on.
降りかかる苦難が全てなくなるまで。
Come like August, there's gonna be so much going on. It'll be hard to manage it all. Okay, like, why is it telling me to do a dimension domain? Is that not what I just did? it's like it's not even working properly. Whatever. I don't really need the rewards anyway. We already got enough to SS3 Ishmael. Let me take a look at what's coming out the next few months. It seems like most of this summer I will not be doing anything. And nothing interesting anyway. It's all, indie games and stuff, which I'm interested in, but I don't expect people to really be getting their asses in the seats to watch that. There's no big single-player games coming out. Let me see here. Yeah, Shinobi and Lost Soul Aside are now a day apart. That really sucks for me. I hope that I can get a review key for that. Yeah, see, these games were 3 months apart, and now they're a day apart. So I'll probably focus on Lost Soul Aside. It's more likely to get views, but yeah, yours are both a day apart now. So August, the end of August is very stacked with 2 big games, at least for my tastes. Hunter x Hunter, I saw some gameplay of this. It looks okay. It doesn't look as good as Battle for the Grid, and I don't know anything about the IP, so I'm on the fence about this. If I can get it for cheaper than $60, I might consider it. It doesn't seem like a $60 game. With that price, it's competing with Tekken and Street Fighter and Grand Blue Versus. I don't know why they priced it like this. The people are already complaining about the graphics. I don't really need good graphics to enjoy a fighting game. The gameplay is what matters. Gameplay, the netcode, and single-player content is what I prioritize, but to be honest, I kind of side with the people that are saying this is too much. The level of graphics, graphical fidelity in $60, game is not going to do well. I really don't know why they're pricing it like that. I think like 40 to 50 would be, people would be more willing to look past. And it kind of looks like a PS3 game, like a mid-tier PS3 game. Like a Tales game. It doesn't look $60 quality. Gameplay-wise, it looks fun, but at that price point, and the fact that it's probably going to be a Discord fighter, and it likely does not have crossplay, is really push me in the other direction. Because most of the fighting games I enjoy are Discord fighters really quick. And I don't think this has any semblance of single player content. So $60 for that versus some of the other games in here that are coming out this summer is a really hard sell. I want to support it because I love aiding. Aiding's made some of my favorite fighting games and then some of my favorite Muso games as well, the Kamen Rider games, but at that price, I don't know if I can really justify it. Double Dragon Revive is in October. It's a week before Halloween, pretty much. I'll be definitely playing that. What else is in here? I don't know what they're thinking with that price. It's just making people not want to buy it. It sucks that you can't price things what it's worth, but I mean, you can't just put it the same price as like games that have more content. Expect people to not complain. Hunter x Hunter should be like $40. I think that would be a more fair price. Let's see, what else is in here that's not vaporware? Morbid Metal is supposed to be this summer, but I don't know when. Well, they're saying this summer. What the hell does that mean? That could mean literally anything. I'll definitely play that as soon as it comes out. That's right, Yasha's in a few days, but I didn't really vibe with the demo that much. I didn't really care for the gameplay. I guess I could give it another chance, but I'm not too amped up for that one. Might Reyes probably not making it this year. It doesn't seem like he's anywhere near done. Rushing Beat, they've shown nothing in ages. I'd like this to come out this year, but I don't know. The way they're marketing it, it doesn't seem like it's dropping anytime soon. The Ninja Gaiden Ragebound as well I'll be doing. Tears of Metal was okay. It's a cool concept, like roguelike Muso. It's like actually 3D, but the movesets are very small. I didn't really like the combat. Felt very stiff and unfun. Didn't really have any style to it. I guess that's kind of what they're going for, though, but I don't know if I'll bother with that one. Ninja Gaiden 4 supposed to be in the fall. They're probably going to put that out in, like, I would estimate, like, October. But who knows? Cosmic Invasion I'll definitely do. I hope I can get a review key for this. Absalom. Bullet character pack. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, it's just like nothing really going on right now. I'm kind of just playing whatever. But that's fine. It's not always a bad thing. And enjoy the break while it lasts. The break from non-stop stuff coming out like every month. But yeah, Shinobi and Lost Soul Aside being the same day pretty much really sucks. I mean, Lost Soul Aside, I'm kind of worried about, to be honest. They haven't really shown much in a long time. I hope that the game is in a good state. I do think that part of the reason why they delayed it was because of Elden Ring Night Rain, which, if that's the reason and the game is actually, like, already done, and they're not doing any more polish, I think it's really dumb, because people who like Rollslop don't like character action games, and vice versa, for the most part. I really hope that's not why they pushed it back, but it seems like a little bit too much to be a coincidence. And like when they announced the release date for that, then suddenly the game gets pushed back exactly 3 months. But now it's competing with Shinobi. And a lot of people who like Shinobi are gonna like Lost Soul Aside. So that's it's like $90 you're gonna be spending in the course of a day. I don't know. It sucks, man. I was hoping the game would have come out this month. But if it was in a really bad state or the PC port was going to be bad, then I think it's probably for the better. Let's hope it ends up being a good game, because I've been waiting for that game for like 9 years now. That's the problem with Vaporware. The longer you take to release something, the higher the expectations get, and it doesn't matter if it's a big AAA game made by like 1,000 people, like Grand Theft Auto, or something like Hollow Knight Silk Song, which is made by like 5 people. When you announce something that early, and it keeps getting delayed over and over and over, the expectations are still really high. So, I hope that the game is solid. I mean, the gameplay looks pretty good. I hope that it has a not garbage PC port, but that's a whole nother gamble there. I'm not really sure what to expect. I hope that they ramp up marketing soon, and that it's not like delayed because it's in a barely playable state, and they knew that if they put it out this month that it was going to get completely trashed in reviews, but who knows. Yeah. Summer, starting from like August, there's going to be way too many games coming out. I mean, affording them should be relatively easy because, you know, the cats will pay for a bunch of the games, but the time investment is going to be rough. Yeah, do they have like a special edition for this or something? They're really charging $75 for 2 days early. Is 60's not enough? What? How? How many people are going to be on 2 days early? It's 15 extra dollars. This game is not worth $75. I'm sorry. This game is going to be a Discord fighter in a month. Fatal Fury is already under like 5K players. It's only been out for a few weeks. And that game's got Cristiano Ronaldo in it. People were right. It didn't help. So it feels like putting that soccer player in the game did more harm than good. There are a lot of people who avoided it because of him and all his allegations. It seems to have done absolutely nothing in terms of growing the player base. It's just like everybody said. Like maybe some people bought it and they played it for like a weekend and then they uninstalled it. So like if that didn't work, how is charging $75 for this going to work? I honestly don't understand. This game does look fun though. I like open-ended Kusage fighting games more than aggressively balanced stuff. But I'm also like not a fan of this franchise, so with that in consideration, this game is really too expensive. And DNF Duel I could stomach, as I'm a fan of the IP, but hopefully there'll be one of the key sites maybe selling this for like 45. That'd be more acceptable, I think. But yeah, I don't know anything about this franchise. I had a roommate that was really into this like 15 years ago. Well, I just know that takes forever for them to finish it or whatever. The author takes forever to finish it or something. Well, deluxe edition only. They have like any single player content in this, or is it going to be like just arcade and versus so there won't be anything to do once the player base dies in a month. Huh. Price is too high. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no crossplay. That's really bad. Well, best of luck to them, I guess. I might still get it. It's gonna depend on how my budget is. Yeah, I had to play the crap out of that first week because there's not gonna be anyone on past that. That much is already obvious. We got anything else coming out this month? Bunch of Vampire Survivors clones as always. I was tempted to get this, but I just know I won't play it that much. I played these games to death on the Dreamcast. And they stripped out all those single-player content. If this was the PSP version of Alpha 3, I would buy it. Not PS3, but PSP. Like, these are all, like, a thing I don't like about these collections is they're only for competitive play. And, like, even though this is made by Capcom, it's still going to be a Discord fighter. Some of these games had really nice single-player content. Alpha 3 did on PSP. CVS 2 had the custom grooves. Power Stone 2 had all the items. Project Justice had a little bit as well. But all that got stripped out. So I don't want to pay $40 for that. It's too much for too little. Yeah, this month seems pretty barren. Lost Soul Aside was like the one thing. There is the Kazan update in a few days. At least that's something. But yeah. Onimusha 2. I only beat 3 and Dawn of Dreams. I might get that. It probably won't be at release though. Yeah, see, those collections strip all that stuff out of the game. It's strictly for competitive players. So, I really don't know why they do that. The $40 price tag would be a little bit better if it had that stuff. It's all emulation anyway. I don't know why they don't have it. It makes it a hard sell. I mean, if you have people to run it with in person or online, then I guess it's worth the price. But I already played those games to death when they came out. It would be nice to have a legal, modern version of those modes, but I guess they don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, it looks like a pretty dry month. Yeah, we didn't get that mode over here. They didn't give us that. Same thing with JoJo's. JoJo's on PS1 had a whole extra story mode. So even though it was the worst version of the game, it had more single-player content. The Dreamcast one was arcade perfect, as far as I can tell. But, you know, it was just arcade and versus. It wasn't as much of a problem back then as it is now, but it still was cut down. But that game's never coming back anyway because of the license. Now, I hope you guys like indie games and gotchas, because that's all I'm going to be doing for the next month. Then there'll be some actual interesting stuff going on, but right now it's a barren wasteland. There's nothing. Hunter x Hunter, I'm really on the fence about. I've been burnt too many times on Discord fighters. I actually liked DNF Duel. It was fun, but it died on PC within like less than a month, and it was like $50. I feel like if you're gonna charge $60 for a niche fighting game like that people are already gonna turn away from because of the graphics, then you had better have rollback and crossplay. Now apparently it does have rollback, but it doesn't have crossplay. So like, if there is a player base for that, most of them are going to be on PlayStation. I don't know, man. Charge $60. I think rollback has become a standard for the most part, but we still don't have crossplay. You know, a lot of times there's way more players for fighting games on console than PC. So since I'm a PC and Steam Deck gamer right now, I don't know if I can justify buying that. I really don't think I can. I'm estimating it's going to be like, if it does better than I thought, it's going to be like maybe 1,300 players on day one. And that's a very generous estimate. It's probably realistically going to be less than that because of the price. I mean, on one hand, people are getting tired of SF6 and Tekken, so the ball's in their court, but I feel like with no crossplay and then a $75 deluxe edition, that they kind of shot themselves in the foot. Because that's an insane price to charge for a game that looks like that. I love aiding. I like how their games have shit graphics, but they're actually fun to play, and they're not aggressively balanced, but I don't expect most people to willingly pay that price for a game that looks like that. And I wish that they would understand that, because they gave them like no money to make that game with. They pretty much openly said that they were given a very low budget. It's like, well, if you gave it a low budget, why don't you charge less for it so that more people will be willing to actually give it a chance, instead of pricing it the same as Street Fighter 6, which has like an order of magnitude more content for the same price. I don't get it, man. It makes no sense. It's like everything's going up in price, even outside of gaming, but then you still get games that like are completely delusional in how much they think they should charge. I'll give you a good example of this. Where is it? I'll give you one of the worst examples of this. Or best or worst, however you look at it. This game had a deluxe edition that, no joke, it only let you play the game a day early. I'm not making this up. This was $20, and it only let you play the game a day early. Like, I don't care if you, like, don't move out of your chair for 16 hours. How much of a dent can you make in a JRPG in one day? Like, how is that worth $20? And they removed it from here, but you can go find proof that the deluxe edition of this was mostly just soundtracks, which, I mean, the amount of games have good music, but you gotta give people at least a work weekend. How is one day acceptable? One day is nothing. If an RPG is like minimum 40 to 50 hours, assuming you play like 12 to 16 hours a day, you're only getting through a fourth of it in one day. And like, obviously most people aren't going to play that long. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. That's one of the reasons why this game didn't do as well as they thought. And people see stuff like that and they don't want to buy it. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, folks. I'll see you guys probably in the afternoon. I have some food to warm up and minimal responsibilities. So I'll probably do a longer stream. We'll probably do some Kazan to prepare for the update. That's probably going to be the next thing, because that's the next thing that's happening. Kazan update and PGR patch are pretty much within a day of each other, give or take. So that's probably what I'll be doing. I'll see you guys later. Support me at the link if you want, and I'll see you guys very soon.